Support for this series is brought to you in part by Golden Corral Buffet and Grill Restaurants, offering an array of food choices on our buffet at any of the over 490 locations throughout America. More information about locations near you is available at goldencorral.com. Help yourself to happiness. BB&T Insurance Services, offering a wide range of personal and business insurance solutions for over 85 years. More information available at insurance.bbt.com. Waste Industries. For nearly 4 decades, our business has been serving others, customers, co-workers, and communities. From collection, disposal, recycling, and waste reduction, we're part of everyday life. WasteIndustries.com. And Barrett Jackson Auction Company, specializing in providing products and services to classic and collector car owners, collectors, and automotive enthusiasts around the world. The company produces collector car auctions in Las Vegas, Scottsdale, and Palm Beach. Barrett-Jackson.com.
Last time on Muscle Car Workout, we had dueling painters working on the 68 Cutlass. I did a great job on the undercarriage, and we had another novice painter spray the bedliner material inside the car. But our big push was to finish the Boy Scout car. We barely made our deadline for the 61 carryall, and now it's time to load it up and ship it out.
It's one of those projects, you know what, glad we did it. We donated a lot of time. Every hour was not charged on that. We donated a lot because it was the Boy Scout, Cub Scout. We didn't build it like cars that we normally build. There wasn't a frame off. That's what we normally do here. We didn't really do a full-blown hot rod. So when that's what you do, it takes some of the steam out of it. I hope we did what they wanted. They gave us all indications. I mean, this is one of those things where we weren't given a free rope with it. We weren't given like you do whatever you want, because what we would do with that car, we would have did it a lot different. But you know what? We do it again tomorrow because that's what we do. We still, you know, once in a while you're going to do projects for Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts. Hopefully, I think they want us to do another one next year. And you know, there's going to be more projects like that.
Really wasn't the way that I wanted. That I do cars like that, so. You know, but it looked good. You know.
Between all the effort and everybody put into it and a little bit of time we had, I think it came out good, really nice, and hopefully when it gets there, it'll get there safe and it'll be auctioned off.
It was a neat experience. One for a Boy Scout.
That was a lot of work, but it was fun work. Remember how that car looked when it first arrived here? I would say we muscled it up a little. I know we muscled up the motor. Alan blew that before he ever got the car into the shop. Now it has a whole new crate motor and the throaty sound of a muscle car. After months of prep work, the 68 Cutlass is finally ready for paint. It's going to get its original factory color back, guaranteed. Looks like Alan has just started mixing the paint.
Originally, I was not a fan of that color. I'm probably still not overly ice blue type fan, but that car is looking really good. It's probably that blue with a white interior, and I'm assuming, I haven't talked to Jim, he's going to stick with a white top. It's convertible. That should really be a pretty car if he picks the right set of mag wheels to go on that. It's coming along really good. We're about ready right now. I'm about ready to put the final coat of clear on the main body section, which is exciting for Jim because, needless to say, then we wet sand buffed that, and we got all our new mounting bolts and mounting bushings. So hopefully within a week we'll be mounting that body permanently onto the chassis. Well, it came out way better than it had a right to. It looked very good. And now you're on the rebuilding stage. You're done taking it apart. You're done with the filler, the metal, everything else. Everything now just starts to look, every step of the way starts to look like something. Next we paint the doors. We put them back on. We put next we put the dashboard in. We put the motor and tranny in. Then we paint the doors, put the doors on, the fenders on. So everything we're doing now is putting back on.
We're keeping the paint bench busy. The 23 T-Bucket is in the spray booth now, and maybe, just maybe, Alan's decided on a color. Now, if you remember, the car was yellow when we bought it, and at first, Alan wanted to make it a matte black. But now he's having second thoughts.
I have a feeling this is going to be a hot project. This is a 23 T-Bucket, but we got a whole bunch of work to do on it yet. Paco, I got a little bit of a change of plan. I want to see what you think.
All right.
You know how you and I were discussing the liquid crystal flames?
Yes.
Over the candy green? I was really looking at this, and believe it or not, I was looking at some Hot Wheels, and I was thinking about just going old school flame. I mean, when I say old school, I'm talking about the white, the yellow, the candy red, go over the whole thing with some pearl, then outline the whole thing with red lipstick. What do you think about that?
I like it.
Now that the prep work is done, we're all ready to paint. We're ready to start choosing which color candy we're going to go with. Candy is a 3-stage paint that the base has a whole bunch to do with what the final color is, because it's absolutely see-through candy, which means you put a base down, you put your candy, and then you clear over it. And the more coats of candy you put on, you count the coats of candy, the more coats changes the color.
On this palette of colors are ground coats. On top of this, we'll put the antifreeze green, and will give us a whole different candy coat look. We just have to decide on where we're going to go with it.
Wow, looks a little different than it did last night.
It looks better today.
Hey, I got a new idea. Tell me what you think.
What's that?
I was thinking about this. Instead of putting flames, we put Ratfink.
The Ratfink character.
The Ratfink character. What do you think about
Yeah.
that idea?
Yeah, I like it.
If it wasn't, we had everybody else out in the shop helping us. How are you? Over? Good. Well, we said it was going to pop in sun. It pops in sun. 99% of the cars I've done for myself has always been black. So we decided to change it up a little bit.
That car came with a big, tall windshield. Great for blocking bugs, but not great looking. So Alan has come up with another masterful idea. He's using the original glass and frame from the windshield, but not the original design.
Okay, what we're gonna do is I gotta unpack this from the frame. I don't know how it's been installed. Looks like it was glued in, so what I gotta do is cut a relief around here. See if I can work this out without breaking it. If I can cut it down and chop it down and reinstall it. Once I do this, once I get this out, I'll know. It was urethaned in. I can tell by the caulk it's a urethane. So once you get this, both sides cut loose, I can try to get it out. They're pretty hard stuff, so this glass might end up coming out in many pieces. I think we're in luck. Can't reseal on top of the old caulking, so you got to cut it all away and do all new. cure up those edges a little bit. I'm gonna cut this side off because this got the most damage of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. There's actually a little lead line in it too, which I want to get rid of. See, now both sides are lead, but you still got the laminate in the middle. A lot of times you got a couple options. You can bend it and cut it, or sometimes fighter fluid. Sometimes that'll delaminate it too. It helps on a cold day you use this so the laminate will bend easier. All that's left is to seal it, make sure it's good and clean. Once I caulk it, you can't really do much with it for a while. Let that set. Now it's just got to set up and cure for a good 8 hours should be sufficient, and that way you can maneuver it around and put it where, install it.
The Cutlass body is dry, the frame is ready, and that means we can take one giant step and start the reassembly. Yeah, as far as the red cab went, it was, slide it under, put it down, we're good to go. It was so fast, and then this time around, it wasn't exactly so fast.
You guys are just too good at this.
Alan's been really cool with me. He's been letting me jump in and do little things that I know how to do here and there. So he told me to undo the bolt. Thank goodness Paco was there because he kind of grabbed it, because then the body wasn't attached any longer to the lift. Everything kind of just came apart because they were not clamped down together. So everything could have fallen in my lap, or it could have gone backwards and completely ruined the paint job, dented it up, and then we would be starting completely over from scratch. Well, I was part of the muscles that moved everything into place.
Guys, let's roll this back. Taco, give me a hand. We're gonna swing the back end of this car open. Okay, that saves some time there. You know what, before we get too far, let me get the new bushings. We'll set all the bushings up. It's nice. Workman's comp claim. But here you go. Let's put the new bushings in. Got new bushings, new bolts to go all the way around.
And then I became the brains when I had to go look everything up in the catalog, because unfortunately Alan can't see, and we did not do this from the factory, and it's been 30 years, so things have changed.
So here we are. This is what we need right there. You're there. You found it already. Put that in the center right there. Keep going. Keep going.
From underneath. Oh. No, it's out, right?
Yeah, that's showing that goes from underneath. It goes like this, look. It goes up, and then there's just this flat wash that goes up on top. Okay, that's good. You got to tighten down the bracket. Start from the center, 1, exit, 2. You know what I mean? Do it Xing, but let's tighten down the bolts. Let's get Megan set up with a shield, and let Darren get us set up with a shield, and I'll give Darren my die grinder. Let them both cut off that thing. That covers the dashboard. Car looks great. Car is ready. We're gonna hopefully, not tomorrow, I got too much paint work to do tomorrow, but hopefully Friday morning, first thing in the morning, we're gonna get that car down to, I have a small building behind my house that I used to assemble cars on, and now that we've got so many cars going, I'm gonna assemble this car there. Just make it a little easy to work late at night, Saturdays and Sundays.
We're picking up steam, and we should have that car ready in no time. Phil is ready to start putting the motor together. Remember, this is the original motor from the Cutlass. We cleaned it up and bought a new cam. It's also getting a little head work done. That way we can crank up the power.
Since last time, we've taken the cylinder heads off. We've sent them to the machine shop. They've been surfaced, valves done, new springs, hardened valve seats. So the cylinder heads are ready to go. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna take the camshaft out. This stock fuel pump will be replaced. Unlike today's cars, they bolted the motor. Today they're all in the trunk, the fuel injection. Same deal. We're dealing with 40 years of crud. And what we're gonna do, get all 16 of them pulled up out of the way, and then we can slide